Hey guys, this is Donnie from DFlow Crypto. I just wanted to talk to you guys today about Safuu. It's one of the projects I mentioned in the $1,000 challenge that I placed $300 into, and just wanted to go through the white paper with you guys as well as how to buy the token. We're going to get over to the webpage in just a second, but I did want to remind you guys that nothing in this video is financial advice. If you decide to invest in Safuu or any other project, I definitely encourage you to do your own research. And if you want professional assistance with that, definitely contact a financial professional because I am not that. And also, if you guys have liked the videos, and if you like this particular video, please like and share it. And definitely subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know what you like and what you don't like, and if you have any suggestions. And with that in mind, let's get over to the webpage. So this is the Safuu website. So whenever you go there, this is the first thing that you'll see. So we see on the start of the website, it gives you some details about what Safuu is. It says it's the highest paying auto staking and auto compounding protocol. That's actually not completely true now. Like Safuu came out or launched a little over a month ago, I believe. There have been a few others that have come out that have a higher fixed APY. Um, a lot of those I would be a little bit more questionable, or they seem a little bit more questionable. They're actually some are offering some ridiculously high. Which I mean, admittedly, with any of these type of projects, there's always a risk. I would say a pretty high risk. But anyway, Safuu, on their page, they say that again they're the highest fixed APY in crypto with a over 383% APY, and they have a low risk. They're low risk with the Safuu Insurance Fund, which I'll go into that in a little bit. And their interest is paid every 15 minutes. And again, it's auto staking and compounding in your wallet. So basically, what that does is you buy Safuu and you have it sitting in your crypto wallet, and it just automatically compounds every 15 minutes, which is really nice. It's a nice change from a lot of these other projects out there. Of course, Titano is the original who's been doing this, so it's definitely not a new concept. But if you just keep scrolling down, you see where they talk more about the project. I'm actually about to pull up the white paper in just a second to give a little bit more details. But here's and this all these protocols that have the auto staking, they all point out if you put $1,000 in, this is how much you would have in a year. Safuu is claiming if you put $1,000 in, you will have over 3,830,000. Granted, that's assuming you got in on day one and that the price stays consistent. Obviously, there can be huge price fluctuations. The price could go up and it could be higher than that, or it could go down and it could be lower than that. One thing to bear in mind with any of these types of projects is the the APY isn't an APY of the dollar values of the token itself. So you will get the 383,000% return on the token amount, not the dollar amount. So they go down here talking about how it works. Again, I'm going to look at this a little bit more in the white paper. This is giving you a general overview of the fire pit, which is actually one of my favorite features of Safuu. The auto liquidity engine, and talks about the tokenomics, about the taxes on it. And then they go into comparing it to other projects like Titano, which is the original, as well as Libero, which is another big one. But with that, let's dive into the white paper. I went ahead and pulled some of this up preemptively. So here is their overview, which is on the main page as well. But it's talking about just the Safuu token, how the rebases or the interest that you get compounded every 15 minutes is 0.02355%, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when it happens every 15 minutes, that ends up being quite a bit. Again, it's auto compounding, so it does it automatically. There's nothing you have to do other than hold it in your wallet. And they talk about their Safuu insurance fund, which this insurance fund is something unique to Safuu. I know Titanium and Libera do not have this. I'm not sure about all of these other forks and copycats, but it is something that helps ensure that the rebases will continue to happen and that the price will be more stable. Again, I will look at that more in just a moment. They talk about their treasury here, as well as the fire pit, which what the fire pit does is it automatically burns 2.5% of all the Safuu that's traded. So every time Safuu is bought or sold, 2.5% of that, which is part of the buying and selling fee that comes out whenever you buy or sell, gets burned automatically, which helps with the price action of the token. Just going on down here, talks a little bit more about it. And also, yeah. So then let's move on over here. So this is talking about the Safuu Insurance Fund we mentioned earlier. They call it SIF, which is just acronym for Safuu Insurance Fund. In simple terms, the staking rewards or the rebase rewards, which are distributed every 15 minutes at a rate of the 0.02355%, are backed by the SIF perimeter, thus ensuring high and stable interest rate to Safuu token holders. 5% of all the trading fees are stored in the Safuu Insurance Fund, which helps sustain and back the staking rewards provided by the positive rebase. So here they talk about exactly what that's doing. It helps avoid flash crashes through price stability and achieving long-term sustainability and future growth of the Safuu protocol, and it greatly reduces the downside risk. Again, like I always want to like emphasize caution with any of these projects. Do not put money into a project that you can't afford to lose the money. But this is like a nice feature that honestly most DeFi projects do not have, where they do have this automatic funds that go towards keeping the price stable and protecting from flash crashes, which is really nice, and it makes me a little more optimistic about this project. But then going on over to the Treasury, which also is funded through the taxes or the fees that come out whenever you buy or sell. The Treasury functions as an additional financial support for the SIF. This additional support can become important in the event of an extreme price drop of the Safuu token or unforeseen black swan event. It helps to establish a floor value for the Safuu token, which I do want to emphasize something here talking about black swan events. I don't know who was in crypto or even in the stock market back when COVID happened, but that's an example of a black swan event. It's something none of the markets can predict that just completely wreck a market. And those are things like whether we're talking about stock markets, real estate markets, crypto markets, whatever it is. Sometimes there's just things that cannot be predicted and cannot be controlled by anybody. So that's what that's talking about. In case you don't know what a black swan event is. So the Treasury may also be used to fund new Safuu products, services, and projects that will expand and provide more value to the Safuu community, as well as providing funding for marketing. So that's another nice cushion. Again, it works as additional support for the insurance fund, but also they will use it for further products and services too. Let's see. In the fire pit, which is one of my favorite features, if not my favorite feature of Safuu, other than obviously the returns. But 2.5% of the buying and selling fees is burnt in the fire pit. The more that is traded, the more get put into the fire, causing the fire pit to grow in size larger and larger through self-fulfilling auto compounding, reducing the circulating supply and keeping the Safuu protocol stable. The other benefit to an everlasting burn of circulating supply is that due to the deflationary nature of it, it equates to a higher value of each Safuu token, therefore increasing the individual value. So the fire pit essentially helps increase the value of the token because you're obviously there's tokens that are being minted as we get compounded rewards, and there is a cap to how many can be minted. I think it's 1 billion tokens is the most. I could be wrong. I need to double check that. But anyway, so Safuu will be getting burnt all along, which will help with the price action as well of Safuu. It's just simple economics of supply and demand. So if supply is less, then price goes up as long as the demand is there. So it talks right here, preventing circulating supply getting out of hand and becoming unmanageable, and offset positive rebase interest printing. So then we go over here. This is the Safuu Auto Liquidity Engine. This is actually something that's really nice too. And I actually heard an AMA from one of the, I think the founder of Safuu. He was talking about how the whole purpose of this, and it says it right here, in layman's terms, think of liquidity as a big pool of money that's split 50-50 between Safuu tokens versus BNB tokens. So basically what that is, and this is with any kind of crypto, in order to trade, say, in this case, we're talking about BNB tokens for Safuu, there has to be liquidity. There has to be enough of both paired together in a liquidity pool. Now, I don't understand the finer points of it, but I do know that you had to have those present to be able to be traded. So what the purpose of the Safuu Auto Liquidity Engine is to make sure that liquidity is there. Like it says right here, when somebody buys Safuu, the price per Safuu will go up in a ratio above. Also change at the same time to account for this. The same goes for opposite direction for sales. Liquidity allows for anybody to buy and sell their Safuu BNB at any time. However, the less money liquidity there is in the pool, the worse price you get. So what our Safuu Auto Liquidity Engine cell does is add more liquidity to that pool by itself, and therefore solving that issue. So it says right here, every 48 hours, our Safuu Auto Liquidity Engine will inject automatic liquidity into the market. On each buy or sell order, there is a 4% tax fee that automatically gets stored into an Auto LP wallet and built into our protocol smart contract. Is the mechanism which smartly takes the 50% of the amount of Safuu stored in the wallet and will automatically buy BNB at the current market price. The remaining 50% of Safuu in the Auto LP wallet will be used for this Safuu side of liquidity, therefore given equal and 50-50 weighting of Safuu BNB, which will then be automatically added as new additional liquidity into the marketing pair, raising the amount of liquidity in the pool. Sale will do this every 48 hours, which is nice. Again, make sure the liquidity is there. Which there's been some issues with some other protocols where they cannot maintain the liquidity, whether it's because they don't have enough of their token to begin with, or people aren't buying enough to keep the liquidity up. Again, it's a balancing act of having the BNB and the Safuu available at the same time. So that's what this is designed to do, is to make sure that that is there. And right here, they just do a comparison between the two other big dogs, Titano, the original, and Libero, which is another stronger competitor. I'm just breaking down just their APYs. Like between the three, Safuu does definitely has the higher APY. Breaks down the fees, which on the left is the buying fee, and on the right is the selling fee. You can see for yourself the differences there. Then we see what all Safuu has in common and not in common with Titano and Libero. The big thing is, like, they all have auto staking, obviously. The rug proof no minting code Safuu and Libero have, but Titano do not. And rug proof fixed rebase time Safuu and Titano have, and rug proof liquidity locked is all three, and manual token buyback is Safuu and Libero. So you see all these different things, like the insurance fund is unique to Safuu, as well as the auto liquidity. And fee hard coded. There's a lot of things right here. It just, especially the rug proofing measures, make me feel a lot more comfortable with Safuu. Now, I will say Titano is working and should be releasing in the next week or so, from my understanding, a version 2, which will implement some similar safety measures that Safuu has as far as being rug proof. So that is good. And in full disclosure, I am actually investing in all three of these. Small amounts. I think Titanium and Libera both I put like $300 each into, and for the $1,000 challenge that I'm doing, I've got 300 into Safuu as well. So let's see. And I definitely encourage you to take a look at this and like go deeper into the white paper too. Like I'm just glossing over, just kind of showing you guys some key points, but definitely read up on it though. And this is their roadmap. You see right here a lot of these blue check marks are things they've already accomplished. These are their goals for 2022. They still have a few things that they haven't done for the year, but they have done a lot for the year. But I do think a lot of these things they've already accomplished are pretty simple compared to some of the things that they still want to do this year. Um, but it's good to see that they do have goals in mind and they have things that they're working towards. We see in 2023 they have a different plan set up, new smart contract version 2. Obviously, they're pushing for a higher market cap and more token holders. What's interesting is actually in 2024, and I heard this on their AMA as well, where they're planning on expanding into their own blockchain, which is very interesting. Again, we don't know exactly what that blockchain is going to look like yet, but it is exciting news. Obviously, year 2025 overtake Ethereum in market cap. It's pretty ambitious, but I mean it's possible. I mean honestly, Ethereum is the big dog right now as far as blockchains, but it would not surprise me if somebody doesn't overtake them eventually. Maybe it's Safuu, maybe it's not. There's a lot of competitors out there. But anyway, I love the competition because it causes everybody to have to innovate more. And let's see. Let's go over here. So if you're on the main page and you come on here, and let's say you want to buy some Safuu, you can either click here or you can open the app here. And this is what the app actually looks like. So in this case, if you don't have a wallet connected, it shows you have a zero balance. It shows you what the current price of Safuu is, which is $165.75. And just shows you like the percentage, like a 5-day rate, all this stuff. But if you wanted to buy some Safuu, what you would want to do is connect your wallet here. And in my case, I already have one connected, so I'll just hit MetaMask, and it pulls mine up. If you didn't already have one connected, when you hit connect, MetaMask will pop up and ask you to verify that you want to connect to it. And when you do, in your case, it'll show a zero balance. For me, I do have a little over 2 Safuu. And actually, when I first started with Safuu, which was around a week ago, I think it was about 1.6 is what I had. And it was a value of, I think about 270, 280. So actually, I've had a pretty good return already for just a week. So that's pretty nice. But anyway, so if you want to buy some, you go over here and just hover over Safuu, and you'll go to, well, first thing you want to do is add token to your wallet. I can't do that. Well, okay, yeah, you click Safuu, add token to your wallet, and it'll say add suggested token. You'll click add, so that way it shows up in your MetaMask. I already have it there, so there's no reason for me to click it. And after you do that, go on to click on buy on BogSwap, and this will come up. Again, make sure your wallet's connected. Mine is already connected. And you need to make sure you have BNB, which you can, obviously the easiest place to get that would be Binance or Binance.us if you're in the US, and just transfer that to your wallet. We talked about that in the drip video, same concept there. And what you'll do is you'll want to click how much BNB you want to use. You can, if you're planning on using all of it, you can click Max. But if not, you can put in how much you want. So if you just want to do like 1 BNB, then it will show you how much Safuu you would collect. And then what you would do, for me, it's telling me I have insufficient balance. I think I have like 0.1 BNB, so there's no way for me to actually get it. So let's say 0.1. So if I did that, so yeah, there we go. So that's a amount it can actually work with. So then I would click swap. MetaMask would pop up, ask you to confirm, and then if you're using a hardware wallet, which I strongly encourage for any of these projects that you use a hardware wallet, you'd have to confirm it on the hardware wallet as well. So after you do that, you would just go back to your app. Well, first you'll confirm that it's showing you have a balance in your wallet. So we see right here, mine shows 2.057773 Safuu. Then it should show up here on the app as well. And then from there, I mean, it's pretty much there's nothing else you need to do. It does give you some more information, shows you how much your next reward amount is in US dollars based off of the current price of Safuu, the percentage of it. It shows you an estimate of what your daily ROI is in dollars, and your 5-day rate, as well as your 5-day rate in dollars. Again, that's assuming the price stays the same from that moment. It does fluctuate a bit. I went to actually really quick too. Um, Granted, Safuu has been out for basically uh, just over a month. I think the pre-sale was like beginning of March. So you see, March 2nd was when the coin was first out there, and it obviously it spiked a lot. Um, that's how all projects do. Like when they first come out, there's a huge spike, and there's a whole lot of selling off because people are trying to profit on all of that. If they got in somewhere around like 50, 60, even like $80 or even $100, that's a big turnaround. But after that, though, you see that initial drop, and it's actually stabilized pretty well. Like it's been popping up mostly between like initially up between 130 and like about 200, and for like the past couple weeks it's been between around like 130 and 160, 170. It's been pretty consistent. um so that's actually pretty nice. So the prices have been pretty stable. Again, this is very early, so it's hard to tell exactly what it's going to do. We do know, again, like all of the um, all the measures they have, like the insurance fund and the treasury, as well as um, the fire pit and the auto liquidity engine. All that stuff is supposed to help with the price of Safuu. So we'll see how that works long term. Again, just like anything you get in early, there's always a risk. So just keep that in mind. I mean, this thing might be amazing. Like, I mean, if you get in, like it says on the main page, if you put in, where's it, $1,000, if the price stays the same, you're looking at that kind of return there. But I wouldn't get your hopes up. And again, one thing too, I can't remember where it is in the white paper. Safuu, the plan is the current APY is guaranteed for the first, or not guaranteed, but the plan is to have it for the first year of the protocol. Then they're going to start backing off on that, off of the APY. Then they're going to, I think they're going to cut it by at least half after we hit the year mark. Again, like I just got in a week ago, so I was like a month into it. So I essentially have 11 months of that APY. So I wouldn't actually see the full extent of what they're talking about for a whole year. But still, if we go over to the calculator, which is in the app, you see my amount right here. So from this point on, in 30 days, I should have that much Safuu. If the price stays the same, that'll be $672. Just to kind of give an idea. Um, so at this point, I would be looking at 10 months and 20 days, right? Yeah. So that would be around 320 days. So even still, if I just kept it in there, price stayed the same, did not go up at all, um, you're looking at $472,000. So that's pretty good. Not going to complain about that. But you see, and I love playing with these calculators because you can see just how the compounding works. I mean, you're looking 60 days out, up to $1,324, assuming the price stays the same. That's off of a $300 investment. I mean, that's hard to beat. But then you're seeing going up to 90 days, which is just an additional month, it's up to 26. And then 120 days, it's up to 51. It almost doubles. So it's actually it kind of feels a little sluggish early on. Um, but of course, like as things go on, you end up compounding so much. I mean, like let's just look at it here. If if somebody put $1,000 in, so that would be, what would that be about, like, um, that would be, I think, around six Safuu. Yeah, about six Safuu is $1,000. So just with that, like if you put that in today, in 30 days you would be almost at 2,000, and in 60 days, over 3,800. And just to put this way, like so 180 days, you would have over $58,000. That's a really crazy return. And actually, it would only take you, it would take you less than 7 months to break 100,000. Turn $1,000 into 100,000. That's not bad. So yeah, that's a look at Safuu. Again, it's I think it's a really good project to get into. I think of these type of projects, these auto staking, auto compounding projects, to me it seems like probably the safest. And I want to emphasize safest. I'm not saying safe. So I would definitely check it out. Again, it's pretty easy to get into, and definitely do your own research. I'll tell you that every time. Like, this is just for entertainment purposes. This is just to kind of give you guys an idea. But before you invest in anything, do your own research. And again, do not invest in anything that you can't afford to lose. So guys, that was Safuu. I hope you guys found this video informative. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions or concerns or feedback. And again, I will place in the description below a link to Safuu, as well as a link to the other projects I've talked about. For the ones that have referral codes, definitely, if you will, use my referral. But if not, I definitely understand. If you have like a friend or something you want to use the referral for, definitely do that. Safuu doesn't have one though, so don't worry about it with that. Something else I want to emphasize, and I mentioned it earlier, is please use a hardware wallet if you're doing any of these projects. They are so much so much more secure than using a digital wallet, like using MetaMask on its own. Definitely want you guys to be as secure as you can. And that's it for this video. I should be releasing another one a week, probably on Vaporfy, so be looking out for that. And hope you guys have a good one, and see you in the next video.